Alright, welcome to this episode. It's another early morning, a little bit after 6. I had to scrape windshields, and I did mine and my wife's, and whatever, all that. Alright, this episode getting off to a start with, you know what's going to happen. You don't need me to tell you. So in this episode, I want to pick up on the topic of personal responsibility. Being responsible for yourself, being responsible for the consequences of your decisions. And it was something I touched on in a previous video. This is something I feel like is very, very timely as the end of the year comes and people start reflecting and people start thinking in like, oh, well, what did I do this year and how did it come out and those sorts of things. And then we also, for some reason, we mark the beginning of the year as a time of fresh starts and starting over and trying to do new things. So a little conversation about personal responsibility. It seems like it would be a good fit for this time of year. But before we get to that, you may have noticed my new merchandise from the world of SILIAR, my book website, my fiction project website. I'm pleased with the progress. I mentioned that in the previous video as well. That it has been coming along very, very nicely. I'm getting to the place where a lot of the things that I wanted to do in the website are there. There's still one thing that I'm excited by it, but I'm still haven't quite figured out how to implement. And so right now it's timeline based, and you can go through the timeline in the different regions. So you're following the timeline and like, oh, these characters are over here doing this, and these characters are this, and that's that direction of the website seems to be going really well. But I also wanted to do something with maps where you could click on a place in the map and then just kind of drill in and read all the stories that happen in that place. That would be sort of a weird way to read the story because things may happen in a place, this book and then another book and then back in history. But I just thought it would be an interesting way to have on the website. But I also got the merch, and so it's my Cafe Press store. I've got all kinds of items. Naturally, I bought the coffee mug. I also bought a drinking glass. So that personal responsibility. We'll talk about that up here on the wall. That's Mission Zero. That's Sean Gunther's channel. Just kind of letting that roll for a little bit of interesting background. Because I figure if you get bored with what I'm saying, you can always try to figure out what he's saying. I may have subcaptions on. I don't know. Nope. I could put subcaptions on while I do this, and then you could watch his video and my video at the same time. But he wouldn't get any credit for that. I don't think. I told you once before, the stuff that goes on up inside this thing is scary. It is scary. We'll catch up later. We're going to talk more about personal responsibility. You can't blame the outcome of a lot of things on anyone but yourself. Spoiler, there was the spoiler. All right, let's get in and let's do this thing. Who is responsible? Welcome to the episode. Let's see, the sound was on. Who is responsible for the outcomes of things in your life? You are. You are responsible, and the circumstances and the situation in which you find yourself. Those definitely affect and influence how things are going to go. But you still get to choose. You still get to choose what you're going to do in what situation. And I feel like that a lot of people want to shed the responsibility and say, well, the reason I did this was because. And then they have some reason that justifies their bad choice and justifies their bad behavior. And it doesn't hold up. It just doesn't hold up. Not in a world where we embrace and we value and we honor and we revere autonomy and independence and self-actualization. All those things we say, yeah, these are great. But when it comes down to, well, you know, I shouldn't have got that speeding ticket. It wasn't my fault. It's not my fault that I drive fast. Yeah, yes it is. It's not my fault that I didn't turn in on any of my assignments. I had this other thing. No, yeah, it is your fault. It was your choice, and hence, because you chose a particular course of action, the responsibility, also known as the fault, is yours. And if I don't publish this video because I was talking to the camera, I can't blame it on you. You shouldn't have been, expecting me to make a video because I had to publish a video. I know this is ridiculous. All right, I'm gonna get this going, and we'll talk more about this responsibility thing. I want to spin it a little bit more positively in the next conversation. A little bit more positively. Responsibility. I made a big long video about that. So what is going on today? All right, I'm gonna go to the calendar while you are here with me. I'm going to the calendar. It's over here. I'm going to the calendar, and I'm hitting the today button, which brings me to Tuesday. It didn't bring me to Tuesday. Tuesday the 18th, 7 p.m. Basketball location, Lowell Senior High. Boys basketball. We're playing LaPorte. Now, that's what the calendar says. So at some point today, I will give you an update on whether I actually read the calendar right or not. But what that does mean is I will be around this evening. What's the word? Photographing the basketball game, JV and varsity at home. Girls appear to be playing somewhere else. I will not be going to that. So, all right, I got to get this published.
Okay. All right. Cool. So, hey everyone, got some news. Jacinda's not here today because she didn't know we were recording today. So that's pretty great, and I'm alone on my own. But hey, there's some better news. We got someone new on. We got Nathan. I call him Namens. I've been calling him Namens for years. So we got Namens here. He's pretty cool. But main thing I want to talk about is, guys, I made the subreddit like a month ago. And it has some real great things on it, I just wish more people were using it so it could get more traction. I want people to be contributing. I don't know, make stuff for it. We got the subreddit mug here. This is my favorite one. Bro, do you even reddit.com/r/Bill Snodgrass, and under here www.youtube.com/Bill Snodgrass. Here you go, under there. So yeah. That was made because of the subreddit, and that was a good thing. So, I don't know, make some stuff, try and contribute. It'd be real cool to see the thing that I made be used, which it is, and that's really great for all you using it for the SILIAR stuff. I love that. I'd keep doing that. That's great. I just need more of that. Moving on to next thing. Now me, Charlie, or as you may know, Gnarly Charlie, am young. And I know very little about how movies are made, but would like to. So here is my first thing of my movie review. Spiderman. I saw a new Spiderman, Into the Spider-Verse. It was very good. It was the best animation I ever seen, ever done. And I've seen a lot of us. Huh. Okay. So Spider-Man, really good. Great music. Great characters, great animation, great colors. I love the plot. I like how it does a bunch of Easter eggs to other Spider-Man stuff. Okay, now me. I really like Spider-Man. I was Spider-Man for Halloween when I was 4, and that was really, that's like one of my best memories. Okay, I don't own a single comic or know anything about lore about Spider-Man, but I have seen some movies, not all of them. I just like Spider-Man. And go see the new Spider-Man. And that's kind of it.
So I'm in class, and it's the end of the year, and I have a room full of students. And one of my students just come up to me and says, "Is it okay if I go to my locker?" And I said, "Oh, of course it's fine to go to your locker." She goes, "Good, because I already wrote out a hall pass for myself, and I've already signed out, so I just wanted to check." I probably need to add that students are not supposed to fill out their own hall pass, but I was busy with other students, and she found a hall pass that had been used earlier and just, filled that one out. It wasn't like she did anything wrong. She was just trying to expedite the process that was going to be inevitable anyway. So it's not like she was doing something bad, and it wasn't like I was breaking the rules. It was just like a convenient moment, and that's what happened. So that's the story.
And that was a good thing.
It is. 5/17. 5/17. Not only is there a basketball game, there's this Christmas thing. This this like Christmas fundraiser festival, Winter Wonderland. I don't even know. So I'm gonna be switching lenses and going to take pictures of that just as soon as I finish this clip. Personal responsibility. First of all, quickly, that was Gnarly Charlie. No Jacinda today, and Charlie alluded to a segment with a guy they're calling Nammons. That's the nickname. So it'll be Gnarly and Nammons. That'll be in tomorrow's episode, unless something changes between now when I'm recording this and whenever I edit tomorrow's video. Spoiler: it's Tuesday, and this might be Thursday's video. I don't even know. I've got a bunch of videos going. I got my Christmas song almost done. I've got a all human struggle video almost done. I've got the video that is currently rendering. Episode 251 is done, and my phone is ringing. It is my son. I'll be back later. Hey, what's up? Hey.
What are you up to?
I'm actually in the middle of recording a video clip, and I thought I would talk to you before I turn the camera off. So I'm getting ready to turn the camera off, and then I'll talk to you.
All right.
So after I got off the phone with my son Nathan, I went and did the pictures for the Christmas event. I want to talk about responsibility and bring this episode to a close. I want to talk about responsibility. I talked about earlier about taking blame and not trying to pass the buck and being responsible for yourself. Now I want to talk about advocacy and taking responsibility for things proactively. Not that you did something and now you're trying to be accountable, which is a big part of responsibility. But in this case, you're looking ahead for something and you're responsible for the outcome that is in the future. I seem like I'm in a distracted rush because I'm in a distracted rush. There is the basketball thing. And I'm trying to get all this done all at once simultaneously so that I can get to the basketball thing. And the basketball thing, by that I mean, a basketball game. So no one is going to do it for you. That could be the other thing. Personal responsibility, no one's going to do it for you. I made this point in another video earlier this year. I think it was episode 200. I was trying to make a big deal video because it was 200. And it was a lot of fun to make. But I talked about agency. You are the agent for yourself. No one is going to do it for you. You are personally responsible. And so if you look around 5 years from now and you're in the same place you were today, it's your fault. It's your responsibility. It is because of choices you made. It is the consequence of your decisions. If you are in the same place that you are now, it's because you did not take the initiative to go somewhere else. It's because you didn't move. It's because you didn't do. And you can't blame it on anyone else. You can't say, well, I was waiting on something to happen and it didn't happen. And sure, there are times in our life when we have to wait, and we have to wait for the right season. But we are the agents. We are the ones who make things happen. And if you don't have anything, it's not someone else's responsibility. It's not someone else's fault. You can't point and say, well, my teacher never something, or my parents never something, or my friends never something. It's you didn't something. You didn't. All right, it didn't come out nearly as positive as I wanted it to come out. I was trying to do like, you do something and you're accountable for it, and that's taking responsibility for what you did. But I also wanted the spin of that to be the positive aspect of you're responsible for what you're going to do. You're responsible for what you did, and you're responsible for what you're going to do. I hope there was something in here meaningful that you enjoyed and that you liked. And if there was, please click the like button, subscribe to the channel, sign up for notifications. The conversation I had with my son Nathan, we talked about the channel and some things I want to do as we go forward. He had some really, really good ideas about how to kind of be able to be the all things to everybody without alienating anybody. So I've talked about this a little bit in the past too. So I'm gonna be kind of pursuing that. He also wanted to know when season 2 was going to start, and he had a really creative idea about season 2. I'm gonna think about it. I'm gonna talk to him again about it, and we'll see. We may maybe do something with the season 2 concept. That's what you got to look forward to if you sign up for notifications. Please do sign up for notifications. Comments, questions, suggestions. I love to interact with you in the comment section. That is all I have for this one. I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.